I see you one revenge match and raise you one that's way longer in the wait.
All right, we are live.
Good 1-4 start for Leaf here.
Live. All right, cool.
He's been used to doing this on other maps too. This new harbor change feels like it'll be
So
perfect.
double duelist on
Breeze.
M80 gets out.
With this new
This one
Phoenix
gets
killed
one.
Nismo. He'll be the first to get the frag and the second.
Oh,
Just keeping the fight going on K till Baby Bay can stand
to
down 2 more, but ultimately G2's still stuck here.
They're gonna double
Rush
swing.
in, low health pool, but Bonnie
Good
can't land
team
those shots.
fight.
A moment of brawling from that Phoenix straight away. It's a congested M80 that knew that they had to fight forward, felt like they could be getting flanked. That was the case. Low HP on G2, and
Caillou, what a
catch
shot.
one straight away. Just one more sheriff shot to the body of either of these G2 players would undo them.
That recon bolt confirming Trent's position.
Trent
Caillou
needs a
able to isolate
headshot.
the fight, but has to do it one more time. Just 4 health to
one
deal with,
shot.
and he'll do it. 3 for the Sova. M80 on the board with their first pistol round.
Caillou straight away trying to make a statement. Was playing the VCT earlier this year with Sentinels, struggled in the first game with M80, IGLing this team, but comes up with a crucial few kills. I felt like G2 were really set up to win that round, just in that they had everyone on M80 completely encircled in main. It forced them into a bit of awkward pro activity. But even though Baby Bay was able to collect those trays, nothing came to fruition. M80 out to that 1-0 lead. And the woes of G2 on these pistol rounds continue. They only got 1 in their last series against Furia. They used to be one of the best pistol round teams in the league. But as of late, serious struggles.
Well, it's a good excuse to try and become the best anti-eco team, because they have been buying stingers so many of these pistol rounds they've been losing.
Yep, it's a force for G2.
No immediate counteraction this time around. Alvin instead just placating from the screen
Stinger
himself.
versus Stinger.
Wire setup, Jarvan will
no
finally
trade.
breach through. G2
Stand
trying to use
back.
this as an opportunity to
Nice.
extend 2-fold.
3v3.
So they'll default plant, hold on to that territory with the tide.
M80 players just getting caught behind the walls. We're into a full 3-on-3 retake. The
I mean, if M80 lose this round, potential
very exposed site with long sight lines.
chance for them
Bonnie's
to
trying
crumble.
Close the distance though, get around pyramid.
In close range,
So
Stinger
you
is
can set
just
at
too
any point,
good.
but just
Bonnie
decides
has to
to
be
skate
aware.
right into that gap, and Trent has met it. Not
Stand
predicting
down.
how close he could be tied in.
Timing.
And he's still committing to this right on the timing that Nismo throws up that blaze. It's got to be all SPZ.
Trying to bait.
And it
Wow.
can't be. Just held up
Look
in
at
the pocket.
G2.
And that is the 12th anti-eco after a pistol won so far this tournament. Whereas no other week this group stage crossed like 6.
Yeah, and that is a testament to G2 just constantly trying to force these Stingers on round 2. They are accounting for a lot of that stack. Bringing us back to the vintage G2 of last year, where it was endless Stinger forces, rushes. And frankly, I think if you're M80 there, you gotta be more apprehensive on that defense, expecting that.
Yeah,
I think willing to
Stingers in
play
range.
back and retake with the ranged weapons. Those two guys anchoring in sight, they were exposed in the open, disconnected from each other, and everything just kind of unraveled for M80. I mean, they suffered situations like this against Envy as well, winning pistol rounds and then getting eco. That wasn't even by Stingers. That was happening to like Envy with all classics and one sheriff kind of buy. So it's brutal that they're able to get off to that hot start and, again, just succumb to a second round loss.
Ridiculous how stalwart G2 has stayed. But as patient as both of these teams are, there is a sort of a stubbornness that's come with them. And so that's what's leading to, you see M80, especially with this recent comp change, being so committal to those stack fights, even when they're in relatively disadvantageous positions. They still know they can win it. And G2, especially with how static their core has to be, with Baby Bay on this one-trick chamber, and now with this harbor shift as well, so that you're trying to dynamicize that full death ball push, they're also going to be so willing to just hold it down, brawl it out.
Definitely been wanting to see the harbor here. It's funny because just looking at an interview that Baby Bay did after last week's game, where he says like, well, we don't need to play harbor. We know it's really good, but you don't actually need it. And then 1 week later, they go back to the harbor, which like Ender was talking about that on the desk. It's just bizarre that they were the team trying to force harbor everywhere at the beginning of last stage and then went away from it everywhere, including the map where he's broken. But yeah, they have gone back to it, and feels like it's definitely for the best. Like, it plays to their style. They're one of the most retake heavy defensive teams in the league. Like, even by the numbers. On defense, they let the spike go down 77% of the time. That is like 1% off the highest team in the league at 78. So if you're going to be playing for retake constantly, you gotta have the guy that's got the wall and the cove to get on the spike. So like, it just makes sense in every way. This is definitely the right switch for them.
Especially when Leaf is one of the best screen cyclers so far this region as well. He's just been so solid, even when he's isolated to go for those lurks, like we saw in Dort previously. He's so comfortable just setting up that first leg, and yeah, I mean, now with that Tide available, it feels like Valorant is able to play from so many different positions. Before on the Astra, you're so relegated to that command center that you have to work from, and then you spring into the fight. That tempo just not working anymore. Other side of that, Nismo also getting a little homogenized there with the Phoenix as opposed to the KO that we expected for the flashes. And I'm as, you know, happy with it as I am with the shift to the Harbor. That being said, it comes down to how well he's known it, how well he's workshopped it, and that Blaze timing last round did not look too great. So, let's see if that's fixed.
Yeah, those flash agents, though, that always just is bread and butter. And if there is one trend that we have seen so far from these plans,
it's going to be a B-side
forcing
retake on an eco.
Phoenix Neon comp. They are winning the majority of their games. Furia switch to it, they start winning. Envy switch to it, they start winning. So maybe that is just the recipe.
Embracing modernity, rejecting whatever Josh and Kaplan are. Trademark. Hit up. Stack not given away yet. Now it will be with the help of the flash, but G2 has many members to deal with it. Leaf grabbing 3. Easy, flawless round 3. Post-tech pause for G2 to find some stability early on in this attack half.
Let's find out if M80 can bounce back. That mental resiliency is being tested. It was spoken about a lot going into the game against Envy, that they were on a 15-match win streak, unbeatable in challengers to get here. Very first game, they suffer a pretty brutal loss, very decisive from Envy, and now they're forced to, for the first time, confront that defeat, be able to bounce back as a team, and it has to happen in a do-or-die situation against the 4 times Americas Stage winners in G2. Crazy situation to find themselves in, and an absolute test by fire.
G2 bottoming out here wouldn't destroy their chances for champs, but it would definitely destroy a little bit of their reputation that they've kept since Stage 1 of 2024. M80, meanwhile, yeah, like you said, that streak, they have to confront so much of the unknown, but they still have so much unknown to give.
Technically, G2's bonus round,
revealed,
even though we're in the 3rd round.
Summit hasn't been revealed. That won't today. G2 banned it. And this Breeze comp,
they'd get a whole load of money if they win this round.
Phoenix. I mean, he's always the man to pay attention to on this team. Now even more so.
Look at this fake just being sold by G2. Bonnie's posted up in main, serious damage to
and any gun
G2 players at bay.
The M80 lose
Despite the fast lane
is a gun they won't be able to carry into the next round.
An over rotate from M80.
A great call from Valen, realizing there's no immediate blowback.
Good contacting by Giacomo.
Now they'll fully go in.
Kayu's going to need some serious help. He is
Kayu's the anchor
in this site. At least has the wall to play around, has to dodge out on that recon. Danger when Jaw is on the swing. M80 need to get here and support. He's pressing forward.
Full push coming through now from the shoulder. Nismo will make his way out. Kayu able to carve his way in. M80 taking the backside for now. Now it's Bonnie's turn to activate. First slide in to waste that time. That'll pop the Hunter's Fury out from Trent, and that will track down Bonnie. Good chase. Nismo refragging on the back, so now they've got that spike control, and the Cove was still kept in the pocket. Trent has got both shock darts, though, so as long as he's able to get both off, but he can't. Nismo playing guard dog to ward off the second and tie us back up again.
Serious confidence on display there from Kayu, just sticking in the site, not trying to give up that space, not playing afraid, and it's also a decision that shows the trust that he has in his teammates to get there to help him. He finds that timing to get the first opening in the post plant. Kill through the wall was nice. It's looking really good today. And M80, yeah, they just bounce back straight away after losing that round 2. Trying to keep that energy really high.
Couple ults to cycle through now for M80. Get way comfier playing the retake now. It's especially with the slower rotates that they've been willing to do. They don't want to fall for these bluffs. G2, any bluff can just become a funnel for them. They love playing with this clock, mangling it. And they'll use it to go for these long-winded pivots on this huge-ass map.
Even now, it's slow working up into this B split. Eventually, if they do get into a post plant,
Missed shot. Timing.
Ultimates from M80, the Hunter's Fury to come through from Caillou.
Caillou.
Speaking of, he just finds Baby on the map.
It's good timing to creep down from Nest, but there's still the backstab available because Leaf was
Spike
playing his own
down.
lurk. And now G2 gonna go for the compress onto just Bonnie, but they're on a time crunch here. Nismo and SPZ on the way back.
Oh, there's a fight
On the
in.
elbow, Leaf's got to play to that. Bonnie on his own can at least go for the 1-for. So 2v2 with Bonnie securely having this spike.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Jog.
They have no
Leaf
idea where.
guarding here.
Timing.
Oh, it is, but SPZ doesn't get the shot down. And Nismo with that run it back already gone. Has to just go in on the 1. That snakebite already wasting so much time, too.
Yeah, that clock is dwindling. He has to be able to somehow
player
suss
cam?
out both players. There's just no way. It's a very patient duo from G2 who are going to close this out. 3-piece for Leaf on the round to get it across the finish line. This G2 approach on attack is very
G2
interesting right now. It's slow to
kind
an
of
extent,
smothering.
but it's only it
M80.
kind of feels slow by virtue of how silent
but it's
it
not
is
like a
and the fact
dominant
that
one.
they
It's
are
like
just
they're
trying
just
to
slowly going up
contact
around.
walk into these sites so proactively. And the last round we saw Baby Bay just walking into B, tried to break the cam. He gets caught, but then even after that, they
Leaf
continue
was
to
the
try
win
to
condition.
walk in later.
He got
there
it.
they just try to
Spaz
contact through again, and
saw
it does
Leaf,
result in
but
him finding
couldn't hit
picks,
his gun.
getting a lot of space into the site. And it's got M80 back on the eco.
And now Exploding
Yeah,
just
Nismo's not going to take this
unfurling.
peak.
And it's been really admirable seeing Jog kind of adjust
Never
his personal
mind.
tempo to
I eat
that
my
nature
words.
for G2. Nismo daring, and Baby Bay will take him up. Early gamble with that pistol, but plenty left for M80 to throw at the wall here.
Spam.
This is a game, too, where you're really going to want to see Baby Bay bounce back. He is coming off the back of the worst match that he has had so far this year. Playing the chamber full-time. That's the approach that G2 want to have to the meta right now. They want to put him in a comfortable position. But so far in this stage 2, he's had a dip in the stats. But interestingly, the one thing that has stayed really strong for him in terms of the numbers are his first kills to first deaths. He's actually, across stage 2, the 3rd highest in the league of all the partnership teams. Of all the players, he's only behind Neon and Blows, which is crazy. So even though he's not putting up great numbers overall, his ratio for first kills to first deaths is fantastic. It's like 46
Yeah, surely
to 28.
Baby doesn't have.
So it's not that he hasn't been
Another
providing
stinker.
any value to the team. He's got that on lock, clearly. But if he can expand the impact that he's having throughout the entirety of the game, that is what G2 need from him.
Yeah, the only times he's ever gotten close to the differential he hit last week was the 2 times G2 faced off against Paper Rex back in Santiago.
And it's an A split.
Let's listen to how they handle this next.
Spaz.
We can't help Alex here alone.
Ooh.
He's
Caillou all the way from Arches.
He just tied it. They're not gonna push A. They just use tied.
mid. Just full pivot B.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2B. Silva Cypher. Yep.
Hold pivot B.
Spawn.
I think it was tunnel.
Yeah, Baby Bay can't stay in mid.
One mid door.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a tide.
I'll hold it.
Walking
be
at
elbow
me.
chase. Elbow me.
Close, but
I mean, he's just playing off Cypher cam.
yeah, probably.
Cat's gonna clear B main and elbow.
Yeah, there's a cam.
Cypher shit for Dre.
Yeah, cam's
Okay.
Holding
gonna be on the
tunnel.
left.
You can even use your
I'm
dart.
gonna go
dart on the
nest
top
and
left
disrupt.
After you jiggle this out.
No. Just walk in side.
Okay.
Go side.
Standing ahead.
Starting for you. It's okay. Cam's on the left for sure, bro.
Probably close in. Close or half full.
It's above you,
broke
top
cam.
left, Trent. You heard it. Nice.
He popped cage.
On site. Default.
Ladder.
Ladder. Started. Missing one.
30 seconds left.
I'm right side pillar.
Oh, almost hit the shot.
Mid.
Where's this guy? Pillar?
No. No.
Still
Backside.
back
Nest,
ladder,
nest
ladder.
on me. One nest on me.
It's just him ladder right now. Try to control pass.
I know exactly. Last
Left
player
up.
standing.
Timing.
Spike down B. 10 seconds left.
One more pillar.
One enemy.
Oh,
Good damage.
Slave, you're good. Hot dog.
Let's go, bro. Good fucking damage.
Well, G2 making some decent choices in that B carve, expecting Alvin to be there along with Caillou. They're pleasantly surprised when they only have to deal with the one, but then that natural freeze comes back around, and Alvin actually gets to help facilitate the creep back that starts the backstab. G2 prioritizing a bit too much of the outskirts there, thinking that it would be a little more bolstered up.
Yeah, Baby had the call out. He knew someone was going to be playing off of that camera. Yeah, just could not deal with him, hoping to wrap around all the way. It just took too long. Now, M80 maybe hoping to get more proactive down mid. That is definitely the case with Nismo flashing out, but no one to catch on the G2 side. Take a look at this economy for M80. It is in a terrible state. This is a must-win round for them as the exec comes through from G2. It is dense with that Reckoning carving the site in half.
Bonnie will get the first snipe out beyond the tide. But G2 is happy with the space they've got. Joggle's made it far enough. Tries to breach that tide, and SPC holds his own. Down to 8 HP. And now on the re-up post-plant, Baby Bay's got to try and make that space back. Will breathe that last bit of death
even territory
into M80's controller. Now we're back to that standardized take-back from beyond. Patient, but dangerous. Bonnie, once again, going to be the first to peek it out. Now with that rifle in tow, tries to juke it away, but Trent's holding it. And now Alvin tries to challenge too. He'll take that double up
Alvin's
onto the
1 HP.
follow-up on default. And
Ooh,
Baby Bay
Trent
having to
was-
hold it down on his own.
Oh.
Almost does.
Sorry, I said Trent.
Caillou stays on
Baby Bay.
21 and keeps M80 on pace.
Caillou has been
The way Baby
fine.
Bay has been playing, I thought he had that. But on the opposing side, it's Caillou, the IGL for M80, who has been stepping up as an individual in this game on, yeah, what was a must-win round. If M80 lose that, it would have been the third time they've been on an eco in this game already.
One enemy remaining.
But they are able to just narrowly survive around where G2 invest those ultimates into the big execute. It does not go the way they planned. Bonnie's actually picked up that outlaw now, knowing that a few players on G2 won't be able to have that full armor.
With Jogamo not being one of them, Pry would be huge for Bonnie if he's in the right place at the right time. Trent, the other one on 50, also the first pinprick. So G2's taking extra care to make sure that in the case that this outlaw is present, you're negating a lot of the risk. Leave with another door lurk, but Baby Bay's also made his way up elbow, and this is just the
What's the
tantamount to
dart?
amount of space that G2 can
Top
gain in no
mid.
time, just so silently.
I think Baby Bay is just gonna handle the rotates. A lot of what C9 should have done.
Tough miss.
What a
Wow,
shot.
the re-swing, that is bold, and just caught on the chase. That's sick from Nismo.
I expect nothing less. Now the double duel is going to get aggro off of the relay bowl. Bonnie keeping that in his pocket until the
B2
third.
just got off guard.
And that slide allowing him to get all of the space he needs. And now Leaf and Baby Bay have to turn those lurks into wraps. This is a really decent one from Dre, though. Good Lord. He's going to double back to... No, not spawn. Okay. Maybe not watching for this too hard. SPZ the only one on it. This double duel is just so focused on Puppy Guard and the spike. And the spike alone. Alvin might be able to get the timing on Baby Bay too. That would be rough.
Game of timings.
Tied down.
Leaf,
Leaf taking
Leaf
the
is
fight.
low.
Tough bit of the first, but Baby Bay's found the backstab. 12
Ooh,
seconds
Leaf
to go, and
got
Leaf will get
one.
his own.
10 seconds
Refragged out by Nismo. 1v2 for Baby Bay. And he's not got much time at all, with Alvin able to just hide it out.
Yeah, no
And that's
time.
another round
time.
of G2 losing to the clock.
Now without dealing a lot of damage, it's not as if M80 have completely gotten out of the danger zone here. Their buy is not going to be great, still in danger of getting eco'd. This is a round to me that is kind of defined by Bonnie. The re-swing with the Outlaw is pure confidence,
Oh, yeah.
and then just being aware that even though he's at 47 HP, he's going to get that full stun off, just slide in, go for the next kill as well, collects it onto Valen. It's a bold move, but it's great play from The duelist that is, for good reason, being touted as the best duelist prospect coming out of Challengers right now. It's moments like those where he's showing it.
It's crazy because Bonnie was the one guy on this team that arguably had the least experience out of anybody on it. Getting nothing more than podium placement in NA before joining M80. And yet the most has been asked of him this entire season, and he has always met that bar. Everyone else, they have had their bouts and have their demons they want to fight. 2 Ascensions for Nismo, 1 for Alvin. This VCT stage that Caillou hungered for, right back on it again. This team is filled to the brim with players who have grudges. Not with any individual. Maybe Valorant a little bit at this point, but...
Just a lot of chips on their shoulders.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot to prove across the board for these guys. Caillou deserves to be here, never should have gotten cut. These players in Tier 2 that have been grinding, have earned this spot, deserve it. No one has been grinding as hard or as long as Nismo. Years in the making to get here. In the eyes of so many, has deserved to have been here all those years as well.
It was trivial. It was like if you watched Challengers in North America and you were asked, what are those prospects that deserve the next call-up? It's like, you don't even mention Nismo because everyone already knows he is that guy that everyone wanted to get called up. Fast lane in from Jog. He's the only one off of it, though, and the Hunter's Fury to try to facilitate. Now G2 is going to step in, making sure that there's no close chokehold. M80 instead, basically fully committed to the retake game here. 3 on the door, and a couple of them vulnerable off rip here. But Leaf hit by the hot hands, fully detained now. And that bolt helping out so much. This double duelist core doing so much damage in the short term. Now they've got to go the distance as that spike starts to tick down. Run it back. Available from Nismo. Going to start making that space known, and it'll get Caillou the next. Through the tide they tread, and G2 are fully segmented away. Nobody able to do anything, and Bonnie allowed to do everything. Trent with that finalized shot after the health pool is gone, but he can only get so far. And the lead from M80 is not only confirmed, but extended now.
It's a fantastic retake. The way that they're able to first just deal with Leaf in this isolated situation. Bonnie jumping around in the cross, spots him out into the stun with the Molly combo. Perfect catch. And from there, just able to take advantage of the better weaponry.
Oh my god, we're trading like gods.
This goes here.
And I mean, listen, that was going to kind of be my next point. I don't have to make
Stealing your job, man.
They were I mean, they were kind of trading.
They're trading like gods. No cave presence to start now. Relay bolts early on. Bonnie again! Kids up and running today. And now that blaze to make them able to take
looking
nest.
For a timing.
Instead of having to double down on that push-up.
Baby
Bay, patience, pays off. And A is vacant, except for Bonnie.
Baby Bay is playing with a vengeance right now. He's at 14-6. He is trying to put last week's game fully in the rearview mirror.
Never again.
For all. He is going crazy. And it still hasn't been enough. M80 are ahead. Alvin has an understanding that this space absolutely could have been taken. Someone could be pushed up here. And if Leaf tries to press the matter any further, surely he's going down.
Wow, it's clear.
Oh my god, even the swing on that, that's crazy.
Just walked in like he was sick of it. Like, why are you still here? Let's go. Get the rest of this done.
Standing ahead.
In the meantime, with that lurk not really doing anything, G2 just kind of have to work with the B push. Are able to clear out that first bit to start.
Valen can get this spike down. G2 will have the Reckoning to play with. If you're M80, you want to get ahead of that, though, and you want to get Bonnie's Overdrive in straight away.
There it is. That at least clears Trent after he only gets 1 for himself. Now G2 considering the recreep past the tide after the mild reset. Bonnie able to use that to take some positional space and just start spraying through default. The counter spray is perfect from Valen, but Alvin has taken that time to circle the boat. Leave it down to the 1v2 for Valen. Inside the cove, that'll get shredded pretty quick, but that also gives away the spray that left M80 so vulnerable. So Alvin will back out temporarily. Isolate the fights, 1 down! And now that ultimate comes out from Valen to try to push his way through. That hits Alvin, but Alvin doesn't care! It's M80 again!
They have got all the momentum, the energy from the team. The energy from the team is crazy.
Plummeting to the floor.
Wow, Bonnie is going off right now. These rounds have all been so close. How many 1v1s has it come down to? Just one player alive on either side, right? That Reckoning is used as well, expended, not available for the last round of this half. And Alvin clutches it out. Baby Bay has done so much, but he couldn't get that crucial kill at the end of that round, the critical moment.
Don't place.
One more shot.